getting close to animals in Africa. I'm in the Moreme Game Reserve in Botswana, and we are experiencing the unique thrill of standing, photographing wild animals. It's so wonderful to be able to get out of your vehicle, which is in most national parks you're not allowed to, but to be actually on the same bit of ground, the same bit of real estate with animals like this. Botswana is unique. But it's a good idea to keep your ears and eyes peeled, because elephants could come to the waterhole from over there, and we would kind of be in their way. So one has to be quite vigilant. But it's very exciting. Nothing quite like it. Very quiet. Our trip through Botswana has taken us from Khwai, through the central Kalahari Game Reserve, Makadikari Pans National Park, Naipan National Park, to Maun to meet up with friends, and now at the Moreme Game Reserve, one of Botswana's best-loved wildlife sanctuaries. We're on a game drive, and we'll end the day at our final destination, our campsite at Khwai River. Driving through this woodlands, there's destruction everywhere, and it's senseless, and it's elephant, and it just shows you the bounty of the elephant population in Botswana. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Just 4 weeks after I filmed this, Botswana suffered its worst poaching incident in decades, when a large group of elephants was massacred near the Okavango, due, I imagine, to Botswana's decision to disarm its anti-poaching patrols. The sage, we're driving through now almost like a plateau of sage, and the aroma is absolutely wonderful. I'll pick a piece now and show you. This is wild sage. In the morning, the dew settles. This gives off the most fantastic aroma. And around the campfire, if you take some of this and you put it on your campfire, it gives off a bit of smoke. There are lots of mosquitoes around. This is very, very good at chasing them away. And if you roll a little bit of it in your fingers, it is, to me, one of the great symbols of the Kalahari. Not far ahead, we meet a group of travellers who probably misjudged the tracks.
Not so good, actually. Yeah, we're stuck. Actually, we were about to go over the bump, and then they are stuck in front as well. And then they said, no, we should come back and just take a small detour and help them.
Okay.
And when we came back, we got stuck as well. Okay. So we will appreciate it so much if you guys will be able to assist.
I'm sure we will. Surprisingly, really, given that this man is their guide. In general, the standard of guides in Botswana is one of the highest in Africa. I guess this guy didn't attend all the classes.
Spade, no.
And up until we had arrived, he was just standing around looking helpless. Not even a spade was carried.
The diff.
Oh, good. Yes. Okay, it's under the diff as well. Yeah, we've got a two-wheel drive vehicle here stuck, and a four-wheel drive vehicle over there stuck in the sand. So we just have to manage all the recoveries so we can get everybody out as quickly as possible.
You guys good?
Yeah. No, you fully go? You got it. Going? Good. Hey, go.
So, second vehicle.
First time in Africa, but not the first time in the sand. Sitting on the frame.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, go! Slowly.
We did take the opportunity though to ask route advice, as the water levels were quite a lot higher than normal for this time of year, and we were falling quite far behind on our schedule.
You just use that one, you just cross the water, there's no problem with that water. He's turned the other way, he's okay. I can see him. There. Oh, this could be good.
A quick lunch stop at Khwai Lagoon. It's X-I-N-I. That's how you pronounce it. This is a hardly used road, but it's the way they said. Alright, well, we're now going to try a different route. The chap there said that that road was impassable, that we should go this road to Third Bridge. But our race now is actually, we've had such a great morning's game viewing that we've run out of time. We will not make Khwai unless we push it. And we don't make any mistakes with the route, and that this route is open. So it's a bit of a gamble, but we're just going to go for it.
The joys.
Yeah. We have to try and find our way back to the main road. We can't drive through deep water. I think this is just, there's a whole lot more hippo there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is looking dangerous.
Does this track goes into the trees and then around in that way?
I think this is a track that goes around the lagoon. I don't think this is a road to the main road. I just don't believe it is. So the good news is that while we are quite lost, and the tracks for Africa on this particular Garmin GPS is useless, completely useless. It won't even give us a reference point of where we are on the map, because the moment you zoom in, all the roads vanish. So, but the good news is we've got plenty of water and plenty of fuel, but not plenty of time. If I had to run out of one of those three, it would be time. Alright, we finally made the Khwai gate. This is the north gate of the Moreme Game Reserve. We decided, and this kind of happened off camera, the camera wasn't rolling, but we could have pushed on to our original route, but the chances of getting out of the reserve were slim. We spent a lot of time digging those people out, and we decided that what we have in store for us tomorrow is a can't miss item. So we decided, let's play it safe and drive back and come to Khwai, the uninteresting fast way, which we've just completed. So we're now going to leave the Moremi Game Reserve, and but we do have a surprise in store for tomorrow. So what we actually did today is we went from the south gate, and we had our magnificent game drive all the way along here, the pans and the elephants and giraffe and all of the game. It was absolutely marvelous, and all the way up to about here. And we had actually not taken the road we had intended to, but we'd actually taken this road here and were cut off and realized that it was going to take too long to get to Fourth Bridge, and then Third Bridge is there, which was actually our intended destination. No way we could do it. So we've come back on this road, and this is pretty uninteresting, and at the moment we are up here, this part of the map up here on Khwai. We'll be 2 days in this, exploring this area here, and then we will head further north. The campsite we're going to stay at tonight is the Khwai Community, Khwai Community Campsite, and I'm wondering if it's on. I know very little about it, just that I've been told that the game encounters in the area are rich.
I'm
Mwenero get all the wood, Imakoyo, Mwenero get all the wood, Imakoyo, Mwenero get all the wood, Imakoyo.
The light, the light, light. Absolutely just so beautiful. You just want to take pictures, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures.
And with what we've done and what we've seen, and the light, and just the animals. And then the rain came, and we got that amazing smell. It just brought all the smells out. But you could smell the dung, you could smell the trees, you could smell the dust, and you could see the rain just settle on the dust as it killed it. It's just memories, beautiful memories.
So, what do you reckon as a campsite?
I think words like sublime and
Really work. Try something else.
just
Incredible.
the
Nah.
best ever.
Nah. It's
Leave me here to die.
okay. You're getting there. Oh dear, this is just something else. This is a hippo path, my darling.
I
We are
realise it.
right. Look at this.
Okay, we'll leave them there. Okay.
That is a hippo path.
Actually, it could also be for Mokoro.
That is true. Look, fish eagle.
Oh yes.
So that xylophone-like sound. Painted reed frog. They're about this big. When I first came here, 12 years old, the impact of this place on me was profound. And it's why I have been doing what I do for so long. It changed my life. I'll leave you now with a recording that I made on a little tape recorder when I was 12 years old, looking out on a scene not unlike the one in front of me now.
We are now at the Okavango swamps, and you can hear in the background the croaking of frogs and the noise of insects. The sky is very dark and bright stars appear, and the horizon is much lighter. You can just see the outline of the trees and the outline of the grass and shining waters.
Tomorrow we'll get a closer glimpse as we go out onto the water. Animal encounters tonight. Very likely that we will be disturbed by hippo. Not many people know that hippo are actually the most dangerous animal in Africa, surpassing crocodiles, lions and leopards. So we will be safe in our laager, and we will not go wandering around at night. Hippo are a real danger, and they are extremely grumpy. But apart from that, probably the only other animal we will... Antelope, probably elephant. We will see what the night holds for us. Trying to find a flat place to fit the tent.
For tomorrow. Brilliant.
8 o'clock tomorrow morning we need to do a bell.
It's 5:30. We have hippo around us. With many animals, I would stick the torch out and point the camera at them and have a look. I'm not going to do it with hippos. They're just too dangerous to do that with. So we've got a lot of hippo around us, and they're making quite a bit of noise. So it's very exciting.
They're looking at us. There's two.
Where is he now?
He's just in the water there. There's one that's moved over to the right. He stood here for an hour this morning. I mean, right there, at that little trailhead. And when I showed my flashlight on him, he just looked at me for a long time, and then went back to eating. And then there was another one that was calling from the right. But this guy's been going at it for 2 hours, just looking for breakfast. Right. What is it? 20 yards from the camp. It's a really nice way to wake up.
There is a legend about the hippo. Why does it spend all its time in the water? I'm telling the story. When God created all of the wonderful animals of Africa, he looked down on them proudly, only to be interrupted by the hippo that looked up and said, "I'm getting sunburnt. I want to go in the water, please." God said, "No, you go in the water, you'll eat my fishes." Hippo said, No. If you let me go in the water, what I'll do is every time at night I'll come out, I'll do my number 2, I'll spray it with my tail all over the place so you can see that I haven't eaten any of your fishes. So God said, okay, we'll give it a try. And that's why when the hippos come out at night, they do their number 2s by spreading it all over the place. And every time they do it, they look up and they say, "Look, see, no fishes." True story. We're about to go out on the water.
Really? Have you used it?
Andrew used to use it when he lived here.
Really?
Oh, really?
It's fantastic.
Paul was asking Gwyn about a natural eye drops that grows only in the Okavango. If I see one, I'll show it to you.
You want me to? You can.
Yeah, no, just wait for themselves to.
So nice in the water. Poling a mekoro or being poled in a mekoro, let's put it that way, is unlike anything else. I've been poling in Cambridge in the UK with the punt. It's fun, but it's nothing like this. The poler at the back, he learned to pole virtually before he could walk. He knows these waters like the back of his hand. Big cliche, but he does. He can see things in the bush that we don't even know are there. So from that point of view, you're in the best possible hands, and it's just so nice knowing you've got all this behind you. And then there's the water. It's like silk. It's really just like silk. and then you get to see animals as well. Love it.
The smoothest tracking shot you're going to ever see. Being on the water, being poled through the delta is but a superb way of not only seeing wild animals but experiencing wild animals, is to take a Mokoro trail and then walk on the islands, walk amongst the animals. To me it is a more genuine, if you like, African experience than simply watching animals from a vehicle. This delicate little yellow flower is a kind of liverwort, and it is a natural eyedropper. Antihistamine, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to pull that up, and in that is the medicinal properties that are very good for eye strain, red eyes. And if I pick up the plant like that, that's a natural eyedropper, and that natural eyedropper, a few drops of that in your eye. I used to suffer from acute red eyes caused by dust. I came and lived in the Okavango for a year. The guides showed me this. One drop in my eye cured me for good. I no longer suffer from it. It's all too soon, and our excursion is coming to an end. But because Khwai is on the outward reaches of the Okavango itself, it's no match for the real thing. It certainly gives one the taste of the Okavango. For that, only a fly-in safari will do. And here is the perfect example of hippo poo, sprayed all over the log.
I've got your rusks. Hang on, I've got one for you. Okay, 2 for you. That's good healthy sand, don't worry. 3 for you.
Would you put up with this? In the next episode, I look at a map. Huge area. I tell a joke. And now for the oldest bush joke in the world. And an elephant shouts at us.
Upset an elephant.
Hey, click the Patreon button. See what happens.